Doing that fence. Hit that ball. Tag him, tag him. He's coming home, tag him.
Good slide, good slide.
Hi everyone, this is Brandy from everyoneandthensome.com, and I'm here today for our Focus on Learning to talk about socialization. One of the first questions I get once I tell people that I'm homeschooling, after when in the world do you have time to do that, is what about socialization? So I'm going to preface this by saying, unless you live in a cave or maybe far out in the countryside and you have only one child and it's just you and that child and you never see anybody else, socialization isn't as big of an issue as you'd expect. That being said, let me tell you some of the ways in which Daniel gets socialization even though he's being homeschooled. First is through our family. I have a roommate, he has 2 siblings, we live in a neighborhood where there's people. He encounters people in our family unit all the time. Older people, not necessarily young people, but people of all ages, kids, adults, all sorts of people. Daniel also goes to daycare, which, well, what is daycare but a huge attempt at socialization? Because I am a single parent and I do work outside the home, he does go to daycare every day. Now, at some point that may change. At some point he's going to age out of daycare and then he's not going to have that aspect. But I'm not even really worried once that happens because we have so many other avenues for him to learn to interact with people. For example, we are hugely involved in our church. We go to church every Sunday, nearly. He goes to Sunday school, he goes to children's church. On Wednesdays, he goes to a Bible study for little ones. He also is involved in a children's choir through our church. He's involved in children's choir. And so, through that and some of the other activities we do at the church, we come and go and see people there all the time, and those are his age mates. And even before, when I had Joshua in homeschool a couple of years ago, we were still involved in the church and he still saw other children all of the time. He's also involved in T-ball this season. It remains to be seen if T-ball continues for future years. He doesn't really seem to care about it. It's not that great. He spends most of the time singing. He loves to sing, and that's what he does at T-ball. He just sings and he chances his ABCs and he distracts everybody else there. Has a great time doing it, which is fine. So the final way, I think, and this is the way that really, no matter what's your situation, children are going to socialize in this manner. It's through activities of daily life. When we go to the grocery store, when we go to the park, when we go to the museums, because we do a ton of field trips. We do museums and zoos and festivals and conferences and national parks. And in all of those places, he's interacting with people. Because what is socialization but teaching your child through exposure how to interact with different types of people? How to interact with different cultures, how to interact with their age mates, or people older, or people younger, or people different. It's teaching the children that God made so many wondrous types of people, and all of them are special, right? And so everything we do, I don't exclude him. He comes to the grocery store, and he helps scan things, and he talks to the grocery store workers. the name escapes me what they're called now. He talks to those people. We go to museums, and he talks to curators, and he talks to the people handing out maps, and he talks to other people that pass by. And we go to parks, and he plays with other children, and everything we do is social. Living is social. So am I worried about Daniel not getting socialization because he's in homeschool? Absolutely not. Because being in the world, you're going to be socialized. So those are my thoughts on socialization. Until next time, we'll see you later.